Welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlis here, and I want to keep you guys updated with the Shiny Tapu Koko hacking because there is still a surprising amount of scumbag giveaways going on with the Shiny Tapu Koko, and there is some information that I need to give you guys to help keep hacked Pokemon out of your game, because any Shiny Tapu Koko that you find on the Wonder Trade or on the GTS is 100% hacked. Now, I learned this information after doing my hacked Tapu Koko video because I get all of my Pokemon legally, so I don't know the ins and outs and everything about the hat checking. But apparently, if a Pokemon has the special event ribbon, or if it is a special Pokemon, it cannot be put on the GTS or the Wonder Trade, which means all Magearna as well. That if you see a Magearna come through on the Wonder Trade or the GTS, it is 100% illegal because that Pokemon can only be obtained with the event ribbon at this time and probably forever because it is a mythical Pokemon. Same with this Tapu Koko, that the only Shiny Tapu Koko giveaway has the special ribbon, so it's not allowed on the GTS. And you can still find Shiny Tapu Kokos on the GTS, so maybe that was some kind of like way of catching hackers. That would be like really nice if someone gave away multiple Shiny Tapu Koko on the GTS. It kind of caught it, flagged it, and then banned their accounts. Maybe that happened on the Wonder Trade as well, but if you receive any of those Pokemon, it is 100% illegal, just like that. And then there's a couple of other things to update you guys with as well, because it must look exactly like this. Cherish Ball with the OT and the ID, and you can only have the name in English or Japanese, but you cannot rename it. So if there's a different name on your Shiny Tapu Koko as well, that is going to be a 100% hacked Pokemon. And the reason why I wanted to do this video update is because the legality of this kind of gets even crazier and crazier, and it seems like there's a backlash from all the scumbag hackers out there that are trying to give away this Pokemon in an illegal and hacked state. So there's a lot of people that are trying to put hacked Pokemon in your game, and I really want to keep you guys safe from that because they're just out there being as, you know, terrible for the community as possible. So that's why I wanted to make you, like, if you guys think you got a legit Tapu Koko, it most likely isn't, and even if it is cloned, which is still illegal, and we'll talk about how cloning is illegal here in a bit. But also, Pokemon legality. So this is one of Joe Merrick's creations, a Twitter account that kind of updates with Pokemon legality. Battle Spot, Shiny Tapu Koko is allowed, but it is not in the manual hat check at the time of this tweet on March 16th. And I'm going to go on to see if they updated it at all. No, it doesn't look like they did, so there's also some other events going on with VGC and legal balls. Gumi, Marini, Oranguru, Passimian, Turtonator, Drampa, all being Cherish balls right now. So what I want to do is go through the tweets and identify how hacked some of these Tapu Koko are. So we have this one right here, Pokeball. Immediate Pokeball, already done. Also, English Tapu Koko. It has to be from Japan because that is the location of this event. So that's just going to be another red flag right there. Now, you can get it with an English name, but still going to be a Japan localized event because that serial code and the way that the distribution goes off. Also, if it has a life orb, it came with electric seeds, and I do know that you can swap the items, but for the most part, hackers are just going to hack in a bajillion life orbs and then give it and be like, here's a Tapu Koko that's already competitive ready. Also, if you see it with all best in stats and not hyper train, immediate red flags right there, going to be hacked out of the gate. And then we can see some other ones. African Tapu. So it looks like not only do the hackers just have no regard for Pokemon legality, but they also make very tasteless and stupid jokes as well. This is the childish behavior that we're dealing with when it comes to people that just hack in their Pokemon. So that's just going to be illegal right there because of the name. Some other things going on. Oh, this was going with the Pokemon Showdown giveaway in the Wi-Fi room. So Pokemon Showdown, also giving away illegal Pokemon. Smogon, they do these illegal giveaways on Twitter and I believe in their chat rooms all the time. So if you get anything off of Pokemon Showdown, that is also going to be an illegal Pokemon. And just looking at some other ones, we have a Tapu Koko and a Pokeball. So yeah, Shiny Tapu Koko and Pokeball. Like I said, this was the excuse. It's really silly how, like, this is what the hackers were waiting for. That they were waiting for a shiny Pokemon that was shiny locked to be available on the Battle Spot, or also just now they can put it on the GTS and Wonder Trade, and it doesn't look immediately as hacked, even though it is only hacked. I don't understand why they would even try to do this, because it's still just as impossible as it was before the event. But yeah, then it's just like, oh, I'll just get a Tapu Koko and a Pokeball, and then I'll just, you know, edit it to make it shiny. That still makes it illegal. Because remember, guys, this is the golden rule right here. Use of external devices such as a mobile app to modify or create Pokemon or items in a player's battle team is expressly forbidden. Modification of any type is forbidden. It doesn't matter if it's making a normal Pokemon shiny or if it's just changing the balls or changing some moves or anything like that. The Pokemon is 100% illegal after that point. These are the official Pokemon rules saying that you cannot do it. And the reason is because the Pokemon Company does not want any hacking devices touching their game at all. It doesn't matter if the stats or anything is achievable, it is still 100% illegal the second any game modification happens. And that's where we're also going to start talking about these giveaways that use quote-unquote cloned Pokemon. It doesn't matter if the Pokemon was obtained normally and then cloned. That means the clones now become 100% illegal, and we can see this in the way that they made the changes to trading. That if you're trying to use the GTS or Wonder Trade or trying to do a trade, you will be soft banned if you disconnect during that trade. The reason is because of cloning. That this was an issue back in the 6th generation for X and Y and Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, that one of the main ways for cloning, even though PK Hex makes it easier, is that you can abuse the latency on the DS and that will end up cloning a Pokemon. Now, the Pokemon Company doesn't want this. They've tried to patch it several times. It just seems like a way that the trading is built, and it looks like they couldn't fix it for Pokemon Sun and Moon, so they're going to time you out. So they put in restrictive measures because they do not want any cloned Pokemon, that this Pokemon should not exist. And then this is where things start to get really scummy. That much like the greatest lie in Pokemon of legit, legal, and illegal, no, there's one or the other. The Pokemon is never legal if it is touched by PK Hex or modified or created in any way, even if it has quote-unquote legal stats. 100% illegal Pokemon right there. Pokemon Showdown and the Smogon community is creating more false rules, and this doesn't change anything. Cloning does not alter any data like hacking does. Actually, it creates data. It creates the Pokemon. Without cloning, people will not be able to trade rare or shiny Pokemon. Doesn't matter. The reason why they are rare and valuable is because of the exclusivity. That it is still an illegal Pokemon, keeps the economy going and incentivizes trades. That doesn't make any sense because the economy is about supply and demand, and if you can clone an infinite amount of Pokemon, then there's really no economy going on. That means everyone gets to have their own hacked Pokemon. But using this Wi-Fi room, you should be aware that most Pokemon traded are cloned. If you don't like it, don't trade. No, it should be the other way around. It shouldn't be if you don't like cheating. Like, what they're saying is, if you don't like cheating, don't come here. It should be, how about no cheating to begin with? So showing how many parts of the Pokemon community have just kind of given in and absolutely condone hacking and cheating, even though the Pokemon that are being traded, they even admit, most of the Pokemon traded are cloned. The Smogon giveaways are illegal Pokemon because they are cloned. So it's just kind of like an acceptance of, yeah, hacked Pokemon, illegal Pokemon everywhere. We're not going to do anything to stop it. And then that's why the community is in such a bad place right now. And it also just kind of shows like this childish backlash from all the scumbag YouTube giveaways and all the scumbag Twitch giveaways and all the people that are hacking these illegal Pokemon and giving them to unsuspecting players. I find it very abusive and predatory that you're giving kids illegal Pokemon. You're giving them worthless hacks and thinking that it's making them feel better when the Pokemon is absolutely worthless. Like, that's why I find this an absolutely malicious thing. And if there is some form of banning or any kind of Pokemon legality check that ends up going through, that means all these people that trusted you to give them a legit Pokemon are now at risk of having some kind of action taken against them if they use an overwhelming amount of hacked Pokemon that they have received. Or if you know someone says like, oh, don't worry, this giveaway is 100% VGC legal, and if they update their hat check and they find a way of figuring out if Pokemon's PK Hex or not, well then that means that Pokemon is now going to be restricted from using those Pokemon at events, or if not getting banned. So just because the Pokemon Company isn't enforcing it doesn't mean the rules don't exist, and that's an issue, that there is such disrespect coming out of these YouTubers and that they are devaluing the actual rarity of these Pokemon. That's why they're scumbags. There is no reason to hack and cheat in Pokemon, but these people do it anyways, and just kind of showing how blatant it can be when we look at these things that are absolutely illegal. Anything off GTS or Wonder Trade cannot be trusted. Any other ones that you do not receive yourself are going to be cloned, and there's just nothing else to it. Unless you receive the code and redeem it with your game, that's it. It's going to be a hacked Pokemon, and that's why I'm making this video to update. I know I already talked about the Tapu Koko, but like I said, there's some extra information that does need to be brought out because I just learned about the ribbons. I thought the ribbons were only like Pokemon that were being transferred through the Pokemon Bank. I thought that those ribbons were the ones that could make it through, but it's all ribbons, all events, just like that. So that's kind of why I want to do it. Tapu Koko, any of the mythical Pokemon, and a lot of those events as well. And then there's still like shiny launch Pokemon, like Shiny Victini and Shiny Keldeo, and Pokemon that have never been given away that still get through on the GTS, on the Wonder Trade, and are given away very regularly. So only trust a Pokemon if it is from yourself or from a friend that you know has no ties to any kind of hacking device. You'd be surprised how many times, someone says, oh, I got this from my friend and he doesn't hack, and then it turns out the Pokemon is absolutely illegal, and they hack anyways, or they got it from someone that is known to hack and they didn't think they'd get caught. So the hacking scene in Pokemon just gets worse and worse, and the Pokemon Company, they really need to step in and make a statement about it, and the way that they are giving away these events. Like, guys, you are not entitled to every single event that has ever come out in Pokemon, will ever come out in Pokemon, or any event that is currently ongoing that you do not have access to. Shiny Tapu Koko or some kind of Tapu event will eventually make it to us, and you don't have to have everything. As a Pokemon, and like, that's the problem. People that are trying to collect legitimate forms of all the event Pokemon, it devalues that as well, because you don't know if it's hacked or if it's cloned or anything like that. So it would stimulate the economy. If every Pokemon was legal, that means you'd have to go out and grind a valuable competitive shiny Pokemon to trade for a rare event or something like that. Or if you had multiples of a rare event from a while ago, you can use that to trade around, and it would lead to a much healthier economy, which is why I find this complete bullcrap that the rest of the community keeps saying about Pokemon legality. They just don't understand it. They don't understand that it breaks the rules. Like, that's, I think, another one of the things that offends me the most, is that if you're hacking Pokemon, at least own up to it. At least put, you're hacking. At least be transparent about that. But they're not, because they know what they're doing is wrong, and instead they lie about it. They lie and say, this Pokemon's legal, even though it is 100% illegal. They know they're cheating. They know that they are modifying Pokemon. They're breaking the game. They're doing things that the Pokemon Company doesn't want them to do, but they don't want to look bad, and they're also trying to scumbag the free views by streaming, and no one else is going to care about their content any other way. So it's really bad how many people are actually out there, and instead of like accepting that cheating is bad, they're backlashing and they're doubling down on their scumbaggery, and it's absolutely terrible. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Kind of hard. I guess you can enjoy like the hacking side, that look how bad these people are at cheating the game, but then you can also just understand that a lot of people are doing it, and it's pretty sad. So if you guys enjoyed the video, hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.